Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I just want to share the three big lessons that I've learned during my health and fitness journey. I think this video come into handy because it's January, is New Year, New Me for a lot of people. Most people will have some kind of fitness or health goal. So I thought I would give my 2 cents on three things that I wish that in a way I've incorporated earlier, but it's never too late. So I hope that this tip is going to help you with your health and fitness journey. So I just want to give a quick shout out to someone, you know who you are, for noticing and getting irritated by the fact that I'm still using a wired microphone in 2023 and decided to give me a wireless microphone so that I have better quality video and that I look more in line with the modern world. So I just want to thank this person, and I hope that the rest of you enjoy this nice elevated sound that I have right now. Okay, so before I go into the three tips, I just want to highlight that this can be implemented and it's relevant for everyone. It doesn't matter if you are carnivore, you are a keto person, paleo, whatever diet that you're on, or even if you're not on a diet, you just want to improve your health by that 1%, because when it's accumulated, that's when you're going to see the outcome of it. Just simple things that you can do to improve your health. This video is for you. But if you're a vegan, tip number 1 is not going to be so easy on you. So that's something that I have to highlight first. Okay, so let's begin with tip number 1. Protein is something that we all neglect, and because we were lied to by the food pyramid on the foods that we actually need in order to have our health, to have a regulated blood sugar level, to have good metabolic health, to age gracefully, all of those that you've heard before about, don't eat too much protein, you're going to have colon cancer, you're going to, yeah. So if you're watching my video, you know that I have talked a lot about that. So prioritizing protein for your first meal is so important because, and this is something that a lot of people neglect, you know. When you wake up in the morning, whether you are a person that fasts or you don't fast, your first meal, ask yourself, what is it made out of? Is it made out of just processed food? Okay, that's even worse because, as we know, with all the unnatural ingredients and even ingredients that you cannot pronounce, right? You put it as the first building block to your body when it's primed to absorb nutrients. You're not doing anything, or maybe you're doing something even worse for your health, because you're not putting nutrient dense food for your body to renew itself, to have muscle protein synthesis, to everything else in your body, to have better energy, better mood, mental clarity, your metabolism. So all of this, right, is going to be shoved out because you are not feeding your body the right nutrients as the first meal of the day. So which is why I think this is something that has impacted me a lot ever since I incorporated it. I thought that when I first did carnivore diet, I was like, wow, why is this meat diet working so well, you know, in like my mood levels, my energy and stuff like that. And then when Dr. Gabrielle Lyon actually broke down the science, I'll link it below, on why you need to hit your minimum amount of protein for every first meal. And then if you don't, what's going to happen? And if you don't prioritize protein for the first meal of the day, what's going to happen to the rest of your day? And that's when everything makes sense for me. So this is something that I stick very closely to. I always make sure that my first meal, there is a good amount of animal protein. But because I'm on a carnivore diet, it's very easy for me to do that. Now, what it means for most of you, if you're not on a carnivore diet, you know, it's very simple things like, you know, have more boiled eggs, have more scrambled eggs, have eggs as a staple to all the other secondary food that you have. I know that some people's plate, their breakfast, they need to have a variety, but always ask yourself, do you have enough animal protein? It could be scrambled eggs and smoked salmon. Some people eat steak and eggs in the morning and they feel so satiated for the rest of the day. It's because your body is like a sponge after you fast the night before. So during the first meal, when it absorbs all the nutrients from animal protein, this is where you become like, hey, you know what? I have better energy. I don't always crave for snack every 2 hours on the day. I don't need a huge amount of coffee to keep me awake. You're always very focused, you're very zen, you are not affected by your blood sugar level going up and down, especially when you're someone that has insulin resistance. I know some of you younger ones out there, you still have your metabolic health. Even if you eat the crappiest food, you can still get away with it. But if you're starting to notice that after your first meal, you don't feel as good and you crave for snacks and you cannot focus, probably prioritizing protein is going to set you up for a better health and improved quality of life. Because I think at the end of the day, we do not want to be constantly thinking about what to eat next. Why do I feel a certain way? And then you need certain kind of substances on the side to keep you energized. Your food is supposed to fuel and it's supposed to give you nutrients. So ask yourself, your first meal, do you have enough protein, in order for you to feel good for the rest of the day? All right, so tip number 2, it's one of the simplest and it's something that I only learned about a few months ago, like late last year. When people have fitness or health goals, they have this like deep motivation to like, I wanna sign up for a membership. I wanna suddenly go to the gym 5 times a week. Because you're motivated, so you think that you can do a lot. But a lot of times people set themselves up for failure. Depends on who you are, right? Most people, they try to do too much at once and then they find it not sustainable. So that's why they end up having the same New Year goal over and over again because it's not sustainable. So one thing that is sustainable and one thing that everyone can do just to regulate your blood sugar level, feel good throughout the day, is to take a walk, 5 to 10 minutes walk after every meal. And this is already going to help you to regulate your blood sugar. There are a lot of science, talking about this, so I will try to link it in the box below. I will not go into detail on how it actually works, but there are many studies now indicating that after you eat a meal, unless you're a person that only eats fats, like eat butter the whole day, you wouldn't have your blood sugar level going up and down. But especially those of you who are still eating carbs, not to say that it's entirely bad, but you want to feel good, it's to quickly regulate your blood sugar level, is to go for a 5 to 10 minutes walk. Of course, being active is something that you want to have, but understanding that a lot of us, sometimes we are desk bound, we don't have the most active job, we are constantly sitting down in front of the screen. So one way to be active without slaving yourself at the gym or running, doing a lot of cardio is, if you have 3 meals a day, just go for a walk for 10 minutes. You already hit 30 minutes of walk per day. And then if you accumulate that, you will see that you will have better mood, better mental clarity, you're able to digest your food better, and these are all, it's all been said before, and maybe back then they didn't really do a lot of studies about it, but it's now helping a lot of those that they cannot do too much at one time, but they want to take things one at a time. So this is a very good tip. Walk 5 to 10 minutes after each meal is one way to stay active. Okay, tip number 3 is something that I am very passionate about, and I hope that I don't rant too long about it, so I'll try to keep it short. And it's not something that I think you will closely associate it with what this is part of a health and fitness tip. For me, tip number one, tip number two, it wouldn't be able to stick if you don't think about tip number three at all. So tip number three for me is that foundational bottom layer that you should have with every mindset or to every goal that you want to achieve, is to have gratitude as part of your practice. Is to really take a few minutes daily and ask yourself, what are the three things that I'm grateful for today, what I'm thankful for. It can be as simple as, I'm alive today, I'm aware that I have this health goal and I'm doing the right thing to get there. I think very simple things like that is going to put you in the right state of mind, especially when you are someone that is trying to achieve a goal. I think it's very important to keep that positivity, that resilience, that optimism, because at the end of the day, when you're trying to achieve a goal and that is higher than you, that's why we call it a goal, right? Because you're not there yet, you're trying to get there. It's going to get uncomfortable, there's going to be up and down, you're going up a mindset, you go up a mountain without thinking about, what are the things that you can feel good about along your journey. When you reach the top of the mountain, and most of the time people don't even reach the top of the mountain because they're not in this right mindset, but if you happen to reach that top of the mountain, that peak, right, you start to feel like, okay, that's it, like, because you don't have the right mindset. And I think I'm just going to reflect back, my own experience is that at one point of time, I was only into aesthetic goals. I want to look a certain way with my body, and I went a bit too extreme. I did achieve what I eyed for, but I went all out, right? I gave everything, and then when you actually reach there, you realize that, it's not sustainable. Okay, so that's another problem that you need to face. And again, wasn't in the right mindset, so I didn't know how to tackle that problem after that. And then I thought I would actually feel good after I achieved it, because along the journey, I did not practice this being present, learning from every moment, and being grateful for all the other things that is helping me achieve this goal, right? Is to collect all those moments. When I actually reached there, it kind of felt like nothing. It kind of felt like, this is it? Like, so what's next? It's a journey, right? So, having the right state of mind is the foundation to everything that you want to achieve in life. And so I cannot stress that enough, but I think to make this very practical to stick to this topic is that if you don't have a grateful or thankful mindset, if you don't find ways to make yourself feel better, to have that optimism, you will constantly be stressed out, you wouldn't feel as good, you're constantly thinking about things that you don't have, that you're not there yet. And at the end of the day, it's going to affect your mood, it's going to affect your habits, your action, and in turn, it's going to impact your results. So having the right state of mind when you're trying to achieve a goal that is higher than you, that you're not there yet, is one of the most important things that I think a lot of people neglect when it comes to like, new year, new me, I'm gonna go for 10,000 steps a day, I want to lose 10 kg, I want to have abs, but the foundation is really the inner work, because when you have your inner work done properly, then you will see the outside, the physical part as being the byproduct of it. It's going to come naturally. So this is one of the biggest things that I've learned. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you find these 3 tips helpful. And I will see you in the next video.